So hello everyone, I am Anurag. I work as Gabriel League at Locofi. And in today's presentation, I'll show you how you can build a React app using AI directly from your Figma files. So for this, we will be using Locofi. So Locofi is a developer tool that converts your designs into code using AI, and it accelerates the overall front-end development for you, starting from your design files all the way to GitHub deployments. So this is the design file that we will be working with today. And over here, you can see that this may look like a very simple design to a lot of folks over here, but the front-end developers, they know the struggle of converting this into your React code. Because over here, you have, for example, you have all of these icons over here. Then you have all of these SVGs and so many other different things. So converting this into like pixel perfect React code can take a lot of time. But what I've done is that I have already used Locofi, so I'm just showing you the code that you will get at the end of this presentation. So you can see that there are a bunch of components that we have created for you. And if you just see the code over here, you can see this does not use absolute positioning at all. Because a common question that I get a lot of people in this space they get is, why should I use a tool like to go from Figma to design, like from Figma to code? Because there are 4 main questions. The questions are, is this responsive? The other question is, will the code be interactive, or will it be just like some elements, like the inputs won't work and all of those things? The other question that I often get a lot is also regarding the reusability factor. Can the developers read the code? If you use a proper design to code system, like if you just move everything to code from your designs, and if I hand it off to you, the question is whether you will be able to understand it, whether you will be able to extend the code. So I'll show you, I'll address all of these questions, but another question that you will actually realize once you start using this is how you can keep your designs and code in sync, and not just for the first time. Because, for example, you use Locofi or use any other tool, and you go from design to code. Now, your designer updates the design after 1 month. Now, will you again Locofi it, or what will be the process like? So I'll explain, I'll answer all of those questions for you over here. So over here, I'm opening up the Figma plugin for Locofi. So Locofi provides you with a plugin for your Adobe XD and Figma designs. So the first question was regarding responsiveness and interactivity, right? Those were the first 2 questions. So over here, you can see that Figma, Locofi actually builds on top of Figma. So if your designs are responsive on Figma, your end product, the code that you generate with Locofi, that will be responsive as well. So what do I mean by responsiveness in Figma? So if I shrink this, you see that this is responsive over here. Okay. So if your designs are structured in this way, and the designers, like with the latest properties that are introduced in Figma, it's way easier to do it now. And once you do it like this, then you, like Locofi, working with Locofi will be like a piece of cake for you, because as I told you already, that Locofi builds on top of Figma. Even if you don't have your designs in this way, the first feature on the plugin that you will find is the optimized design feature, which will actually scan your entire designs, and it will suggest you that, hey, this is a redundant group, this is where you can apply the responsiveness, this is how you can handle different screen sizes, and other such features for you. Now, the second question was regarding interactivity. So for example, if I preview this app, and by the way, without even touching anything, Locofi will generate like a pixel perfect preview of your app, as you can see. Now, if I'm hovering over it, you can see that my cursor is not changing, right? So because this is not an interactive element. So to turn this into interactive element, I'll just click on tag. Let me just select the button over here. And over here, I'll choose the button tag. Now you see, we also support a bunch of UI libraries, of course. So now you can go back over here. And now if I go back to preview, you can see that I get a button over here. So this is how you can quickly add interactivity to your app. And you can customize it further. So if you have a input field, you can add a placeholder, you can add some types को whether it is email, password, whatever type. Now the step 3 over here is styling and layout. So basically, even though this builds on top of Figma, there are some restrictions over here. Okay, so for example, you may want to do something very specific according to a breakpoint, or you may want to add some hover stakes over there. So for example, over in this button only, I'll just select step 3. And over here, you can see I can customize the styles based on different breakpoints. So I can say that on mobile, so for example, on 420 breakpoint, I can just go over here and I can switch it to high. So I'm saying that apply display none when you have like a 420 breakpoint. Also, what you can do is that you can add a hover effect. So for example, I can go over here and I can add a hover effect, as you can see. So now if I go back to the preview, you can see now we have a hover effect here as well. So all of those things you can take care of this in your design file using the Figma plugin of Locofi. Then we have some actions. I won't spend a lot of time on actions because this is quite straightforward one, where you click on an element and you can configure that when the item is clicked, you want to show a pop-up, you want to scroll it into view, or what you want to do. So we have some options over here, 6 options that you can choose between. If not, you can even add your custom code, or you can add like a comment for your designers or for the developers, so they can know that this button should do work. Finally, the last step over here is actually to sync it with the Locofi builder. And on the Locofi builder, you will see, so I've already synced it to save the time, and this is the Locofi builder. So a Locofi builder is like an online IDE. It's inspired by Visual Studio Code in some ways when it comes to like the UI and all, and it's geared to make the builders to feel at home when they're working with code. So for example, this editor over here, this is actually built in-house, and it's like, there are some developer-specific features like a proper file explorer and stuff. So you can see the code before you have even exported it. Now, as I told in the earlier part as well, that what about the code quality? Will it be something that developers will be happy with? So right now you can directly see that the code quality that we are using over here. And it's fairly good code quality because we are using components in a lot of places. So if I click on recent searches, sorry, let me shrink it. Yep. So over here on the recent searches, you can see that these 2 components, they are actually very similar looking. In a real world, the developer will actually create a same component and then they will basically like pass the props or the differentiating factors for them instead of designing 2 separate components that do exactly the same thing. So what you can do over here is that you can create a component, and you can see we are reusing the component as well. And creating components is very easy. I'll go over that as well. So for example, if you want this search flags, right, and you want this particular thing, this particular form maybe to convert it to a component, you just select over here, you go into create, and you just create it into a component. And with that, you see, we created this component. Of course, you can rename it, you can even pass some props to it. So for example, if you want to change the search flags into some other text, these options are there as well. Now finally, the last feature that I want to show to you is that you can easily switch between different settings over here. So for example, this is using CSS, but I don't like CSS a lot. So I'll just choose to Tailwind and I'll click on save. And now you can see within a few seconds, we got Tailwind code here as well. Now, the final question was, if the designer changes your file in future, or how would the entire design code, like how would you keep your design and code in sync forever? So for this, if you click over here, you see we got multiple options, like you can deploy to GitHub pages, you can go to Vercel, Netlify, but my favorite feature of Locofi is actually the GitHub integration feature. So with GitHub integration feature, you can push your entire project to GitHub, okay? And our team has also created like a conflict resolution and everything inside over here. So you can handle the conflicts over here itself. If you're not comfortable with this, you can just create a pull request and go back. Or you can click on edit and you can just choose between your repositories, you can do a lot of things. Now, to answer that question of what if the designer changes the design in future and how will it stay in sync, It's very simple. For example, if the designer added this header bar, you go in Locofi, you again sync it with the plug builder, and now what you need to do over here is that you just need to click over here, and then you can just sync the individual component as well. So in that way, you can see that you're getting the file and the global CSS for that particular single component. So in that way, you can not only keep your design and code in sync, but also you can adopt Locofi incrementally. You don't need to start with the entire design file. So that was the entire journey. And if I export the code and run it, you will see this code that we have over here, which is using all the components and everything. And I have it running over here on my local host. So you can see if I preview it, you can see this is responsive. If I go over here, you can see the responsiveness. Yep. And another cool feature with the actions is if you click over here, you can see the actions are also over here. So you can open pop-ups, you can work with headers, drawers, and other such cool features over here. So that was all. I hope this was I hope that you will go back and probably use Locofi again. If you have not used it already, because we got a lot of demos that we presented today. So if you have not seen it already, I encourage you to scan the QR code and hop onto the Locofi website. It's in free beta. So go there and use it. Okay, so that was all. Thank you.